Hey everyone, it's Brian from Talks with Teachers, and for our fourth week of the September challenge about staying organized, we've got a fun little project for you. So it's no reading, there's no videos involved, but we have something that's going to pay off, I think, in the long term. And that is to jot down some rules that you think will help you stay organized, not just for September, not just for October, but for the entire year. And once you jot them down, we're going to try to commit them to paper, and not just have them on paper, but put them up somewhere that's going to be visible and it's going to stay with you day in and day out. So I'll show you a great way to do it. The program we're going to use is called Canva, and it's not even a program, it's just a website. And I think you'll see how it can apply to other things that you might use in your teaching. It's free, it's great to use. So I'm just going to open up my internet browser. I got Safari on my Mac, and the website is www.canva.com. Your page might look a little bit different because you might be asked to register, but it's free. And once you're in, you can see you can do all these different types of designs. You can do stuff for social media. You can do a cover image for Facebook. You can do images for Facebook posts. And you can use the Twitter posts. So I've used this a lot, and you can see some of my stuff down here that I've used for Talks with Teachers. And there's our logo for the 30-day challenge. I created it here. I think it looks good, and it's free. So we're going to create a poster. So we'll just click right here. And what I like about Canva is they give you all these templates. So for layouts, you've got all these different ones to choose from, and you can upload pictures to the background. So pick one that has text that you like and go with it. But you keep scrolling down, you see they have all these options. So the one I practiced with before is this one right here. Is it the best one? I don't know, but it works for me. Now over here on the left, you've got uploads, you've got background, you've got text. I'm going to start with uploads because I don't want this image of a pool if I'm going to come up with rules for organization. So let's see, I'll use this image of the books. I think it looks good. And I just drag and drop and it fits right in. So simple. And now instead of gardens at the top, I'm just going to double click there. And I have all these different font options. But I'm going to stay with this one, the Railway Heavy. And I'm going to say stay organized. Now you can see it's way too big for what I want. So all I have to do is just reduce the size. So let's see, maybe 72. I want to get it all in one line. There we go. And then that looks good. I'll double click here because I don't want indoor, outdoor, or landscapes. My 4, actually I'm going to make it all caps. My 4, we'll say habits. All right. I'm going to change the color. I don't like the maroon, so anytime I want to change the color on something, just click there. We'll make it black. There we go. And now I need to add my 4 habits that I'm going to practice not only in September, but throughout the year. So I'm going to hit text. Once again, you get all these options of things to add. And I've got 4 rules that I jotted down that I think work for me. So I could pick any of these. You see they're all free. I'm going to go with this right here. And I'm not crazy about the color, so I'm going to change that. Let's see how red looks. That's not bad. Okay, so rule number 1 for me is definitely file, not pile. All right. Just do the same thing again. Drag. And see that dotted purple line that shows up there? That shows that I'm running even with the previous flag. I think I just, let's see. And perfect. I want this to be red as well. And rule number 2 for me is, let's see, file, not pile. I'm definitely going to keep flat surfaces clear. That's way too big, so I'll just go back to surfaces, hit enter. we go. Rule number 3. Change the color once again. For me, rule number 3 has to be 30 seconds, 5 minutes. And that's my reminder. For 30 seconds at the end of the period, I've got to straighten up my desk, and then I've got to spend 5 minutes at the end of the day organizing everything. So what's worked for me in September is all the handouts, all the tests and quizzes, whatever lingers on my desk at the end of the day, I just 3-hole punch everything. And then I've got 3 separate binders, one for each prep. So I have a public speaking binder, I have an AP literature binder, and I've got an English 12 binder. And I just sort those handouts, those tests, into their respective binders. And this way, if a student was absent and they come in the next day and ask for the handout, I know exactly where it is. I don't have to go digging through papers on my desk trying to find it. Everything has a proper place, and that helps me keep flat surfaces clear. The last thing, and some of you might have saw this in my blog post, a huge thing for me as far as staying organized is managing my time. And so for me, I have to remind myself that I am supposed to grade, not comment. And let's see, I might want to move this up a little bit. There we go. Move that one up a little bit. That's too close. And I can move this up a little bit more. I think that looks good. But of course, I don't want tropical paradise at the end, so I'll just highlight that. My 4 habits, staying organized. Save time. And then at the bottom there, I'm just going to highlight that. I'm going to say hashtag 30-day challenge. And then talks with teachers. Perfect. And that's it. I created a pretty cool looking image. It only took me 2 or 3 minutes. And all I have to do now is click download or linked. And what I want is the PDF, because if I'm going to print this and put this next to my desk, I want to have a nice full page size image. My image just downloaded right there, should be popping up. And there you got it, a 1-page image that's neat, that has good font, good graphics. And it only took me about 2 minutes. So the fun little project for this month and for you guys is to come up with your own sheet that shows you what your rules are. And we want it to be visual. We want it to have the important rules for you to stay organized. And it's something that you're going to post somewhere that's crucial, whether it's on your desk, on your chalkboard, maybe even you have an office. Something to remind you every day what it is that you need to do to stay organized. And then share it with our group on Facebook.